My headphone. How are you doing? Good afternoon. Who we got? Kirsty, Northern South. How you doing? Buddy, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Free ride. How you doing? Catherine, Outlaw Trucker. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming over. It was good to meet. I've just given you a wrench there. Catherine, how you doing? Catherine, I commented to you back. Because I'm not a US citizen, can I report stuff to the FBI? Because I'm not sure. Jamie, how you doing? Shandy, you alright, chick? Look, blue skies. This will be our summer. Trucker, everybody in here is brilliant. Whether they're channels or they're just coming to chat. You got a spanner, just check everybody out. We were in Nessie's before. Lovely Nessie. Zed's place, good morning, how you doing? We've got blue skies and I got woken up to awfully close sounding chickens, but I thought nothing of it. And then I opened the door, let the dogs out, and one of Cheap Cheap's aunties, one of the Buff Orpingtons, walked in the house. I thought, right, how's she out? But she was on her own, so thought out of it. Oh, cool. And then I was recording that video saying that we won. And here's Roxy, the rescue hen, and Willow, the hen, come in a little procession around the side of the house. Cheap. Willow has made them a new gate again. Yep, the Great Escape. Bong Jesmundo, how you doing? Bong's another really good friend. He's a lovely, lovely guy. And his English, despite what he thinks, his English is really good. You all right, Gavin? Oh, don't mention whiskey. I'll have Tennessee whiskey stuck in my head again. See Chris Stapleton singing Tennessee whiskey? It's gone up my list of all-time favourite songs. I love it. Trisha G, my friend. It's her and her husband's song. She got Jake playing it one day. Demi, how are you doing? 8 a.m. Dogs. Check out 8 a.m. Dogs, the lovely Demi. And ever since, it has been stuck in my head. You know, when you hear a song, you think, wow. But it's a proper earworm. Wrong channel. So yes, the chickens are out. She's made a little round hole, a willow-sized hole through the wire. So I'm going to have to put a new sheet of wire on. And then I was on Nessie's panel with her. Went up with Nessie. And the next thing is Cheek Cheeks come flying down the stairs while I was expecting a bloodbath. Because him and Stumpy and Pingu don't exactly get on. Mimu, thank you for coming in. Is it Northern Trucker? What time is it with you? Ashley, talking to singers, go check Ashley out. She has got an amazing voice. She's awesome. Good morning, Catherine. Catherine, I commented back to you. You see, if I'm not a US citizen, can I still report it to the FBI? I went on the channel link and I went on the Rally Up link, the fundraiser link, and they've taken it down. But I have got the links, so if they wanted to, they could search it. Catherine, if you the link's there. If you look on my video, when I go onto the charity, you've got the full link there, so maybe they could retrieve the link. I don't know. Freeside, how you doing? Ah, Shandy, I was Inspector Clouseau yesterday. I was raging last night. I was in, where was I? I was somewhere. Can't remember. Anyway, a Storm Chaser video came up, so I went and had a look. And in the comments, I was writing a comment, I saw a channel named My Cancer Journey. Now, I thought that was odd because I followed a lady called Maria, and that was her channel name. So I clicked on it, just being curious. And sure enough, they have stolen her identity, stolen one of her videos, and they had a link to a charity website called Rally Up, trying to raise 40 grand for cancer treatment. Now, Maria, she was sick and she was in hospital, but she was doing well, but she died suddenly, unexpectedly, start of February. So these people, 24 hours ago, took a video, built a channel, basically to defraud people for donations. So, yeah, I went on a mission last night, contacted Trilogy Media, didn't hear back off them, and I tagged them in the video I made last night. Frack, how you doing? I tagged them. I put that video together asking everyone to share it out. In the comment section of that channel, they were in live streams and people were leaving comments. Oh, I met you in such and such's channel. So I was waiting for, and there were loads of people coming in. So each time someone popped, Willow, don't be rude, I left them a comment saying, please don't donate. This is not the real lady. It's stolen identity, blah, blah, blah. I know her, whatnot. And I must have done 30, 40 of those messages to people trying to stop them. They actually got $159 the last time I checked in donations. Just in 24 hours, mind. So I spoke to Team YouTube. I sent them the real lady, her channel, the fake channel, and I sent them my video just to give them an idea what was going on. Yeah, you're right, PA. Yeah, Zed, it's horrible. There's a couple of videos. The first one last night is the one me asking for help. Went on this morning and it says the account has been closed. The channel's been closed. Jack, you stop it as well. So I went on the charity website and it's gone from there as well. So we won that round. You're right, Ian Antley. We won in the way that... Talca, how you doing? Yeah, Outlaw, it's so crap. Mags, how you doing? So yeah, we've won this round, but I've under no illusion that they won't do it again, and they'll probably use the same system. So I'm going to keep an eye out for them. They can't really... Maria said a name in a lot of her videos, so they would have to centre it around Maria's name. But there's a lot of channels out there. Joe Hop, how you doing? Carla, how you doing, chick? I love Carla, she's a sweetheart. So yeah, I was raging last night, I was furious. I was all shouty in the comment section at them. Yeah, I couldn't believe it, Sean. I couldn't believe what I was saying. Luckily, when I saw the name, my nosy nature was like, ooh, what are the odds of that? And they even used Maria's photo. Articles. So, yeah, they actually had Rally Up. It's a bit like GoFundMe or whatever. And they had a page on there, Maria Cancer, or Help Maria, it was. And they even used Maria's real name. Willow, stop bugging them chickens, you little madam. Pizza, how are you doing? Oh, Joe, I'm sorry. I'm having a bit of a scare myself, Joe. Hopefully, Joe, it's not. Scott, how you doing? So yeah, I was lucky that I caught it when I did. It was only 20 hours old when I found it. But the amount of people that were going in, so they're experiencing doing it, unfortunately. Really, Catherine, get in. You'll have to talk me through reporting it, unless you want to do it. Yeah, you see, a family aren't technically minded. A son and her daughter and her brother, they were struggling to even comment on a channel. The brother eventually put a post up to say that she passed away. Yeah, I had a biopsy nearly 2 weeks on Wednesday. They said that the scan of my saliva gland was abnormal. I've got a thickened tissue area in my cheek. So they referred me for an urgent MRI. Still not had it. Yeah. No news yet, no appointment yet. The ultrasound guy was making it sound like I was going to get a phone call within the next couple of days. I wouldn't get a letter, I'd get a phone call to go in. Not had it yet. So chasing it up, I've got an issue. ENT referred me to ultrasound, but it was ultrasound that referred me for the MRI. But I don't know whether I've got to chase ENT or if I've got to try and chase ultrasound. I don't know. So it's going to be a pain in the backside. I just wish they'd hurry up because I'm a bit scared, to be honest. Oh, it's Joe, it's the waiting, it's horrible. They scared the life out of me. How you doing, Antler? So we'll see. But the whole side of my face, Shandy, I'll send you a photo. I look minging, I know, I don't care. The whole side of my face is like swollen on that side, and you can see the lump hanging out my cheek and things, and it's not nice. My face is like a game of two halves, shall we say. Joe, hopefully it's something or nothing. Catherine, I know you had to wait blooming ages. They messed around with you for so long. And that was scary what was happening to you as well. They should have had you straight sorted. Yeah, I'm going to start ringing. Godson, how you doing? Thank you, Godson. So yeah, that was my mission last night. Well, buddy, Patty, I love you. Patty, thank you so much. Love you too. They told me 6 years ago, buddy, that it was an abscess, like underneath my jawline. They couldn't remove it because it was wrapped. You're all right, cheap seats. They couldn't remove it because it was wrapped around my facial nerve. And that was it. So they sent me for this ultrasound, and now they're saying that it's not an abscess, it's a parotid gland, and it's abnormal. Like, fabulous. Frack, nah. I could do with a million filters. And looking through one eye to the side to hide fat face. Freeside rocks, love Freeside. I love everybody. How you doing, Freeside? Anyway, it's good to see you. Adrian. 17 centimetre low. Shit, Joe. Hopefully it's a lymph gland, or my daughter's friend, she was getting lots of lumps and bumps and there were cysts. She was in hospital having scans. They were on about draining them. One of the boobs was like 3 sizes of the other, and she was in a lot of pain. And the consultants put her on high dose evening primrose to treat it, which was nuts. I was really surprised by that. Nice to see them using more natural. T-Bird, how you doing? But yeah, high dose, like 1,500 micrograms, I think. Or was it 15,000? I can't remember. But a really, really, really high dose of evening primrose oil to treat these boob cysts. So you never know, it could just be something like that. I hope it is, Joe. Digger, how you doing? Or lymph glands that are just blown. Got everything crossed for you, Joe. Hematoma. So what they're going to do, they're going to ultrasound an MRI. 3D map. I was going to say about feeling your bumps, but no, I won't, Mags. Richard, good to see you. Hang on, I'll just give you a wrench. Nice to see you, Richard. Thanks for coming in. There, you got a wrench. You can just check everybody out, have some pootle around. Really? Are you taking the piss? Oh, pardon my French. Is it going to happen for free ride? I hope so. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Catherine. El Chico, good to see you. Pizza, I hope you've not behaving. No, I was going to say about your fella. I'm feeling your lumps and bumps. Well, we'll just ignore that the puppy destruction around us. Master sounds lovely to see you. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, that is it, a hematoma. Grandkids, how are you doing? You all right? Sweet dreams. How long ago did they refer you, Joe, for the ultrasound? I got my ultrasound within 3 weeks, I want to say, of seeing ENT. They should be seeing you fast. There's a 2-week guideline that they've got to stick to for things like you're going through. Joe, yes, they are. Just because they're there for decoration, it doesn't mean that they can't get anything dubious in them. Ha! There's a robin nesting just there. I've just seen it come out. Happy days. My garden's like a teddy murder scene. So we've got a dead George pig. And yesterday, Peppa Pig, oh, wire, became a game of two halves like my face, look. She's in two pieces. And that was your fault. Yeah, they've got to see within 2 weeks when it's something potentially dubious, Shandy. Balancing on the tlu. She's done that on purpose. You all right, Ash? Sorry, if I don't see you, give me a shout. If you don't know Ashley, go over. She's a lovely, lovely lady. Great Lakes, how you doing? Good to see you. There, you've got a wrench as well. You don't need to put links in, just go and see everybody. Patty, those grandkids are absolutely adorable. Yes, you see what Daisy, happy birthday for yesterday. If you didn't know it was Daisy's birthday, it was Daisy's birthday. And Grandma Kelly's. They both got shorts of my terrible tone deaf singing. See what I do for you lot? Yes, when daughter was on holiday, so she was away 7 nights, a bathroom light kept getting switched on. No one was going in a bedroom, but every day the bathroom light was on, and it's a pull cord one. I should have set an overnight camera up again in there. The bangs and movement and stuff coming out of there is scary. I don't know how she sleeps in it. She's got the door getting opened, the light getting switched on in the hall, and then she sees Shadow Dude just stood staring at her in the doorway. Yeah, Joe, always laughter. It's the only way to be. Richard, I'm actually in a town, believe it or not, but I'm like the last street on the side of a town. So I'm really, really lucky to have all the woodland around. But I hate that hedge with a passion. It's a nightmare. But the birds love it. They all nest in there. I get about 3 blackbird nests, a greenfinch nest, and a few chaffinches in that corner. How you doing, Kirsty? Shift Kicker, how you doing? Shandy, I did a couple a while ago. Nutter was terrified. I wanted to try and catch the door getting opened and that whole light getting switched on. But I was shocked at the sound. There was sounds of movement, there was bangs, there was clicks, there was dragging noises. And I said to her after that I'd done it, and I said, how do you sleep in there? She says, it's all the time. I'm used to it now. Like she's used to waking up and Shadow Dude stood in the open doorway staring at her. But she's more annoyed at him now. It used to scare her. But now she, look at it, oh, don't eat Pepper. Oh, she's legless. Leave it. Soggy. She's now legless. Angela, how you doing? Rhonda, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Welcome to the chat. Everyone in here at Rhonda is awesome. Just click on a name and go check them out. Lost 50, Great Lakes. Do you know what? I lost 200 one night. I had a couple of shorts go viral and I woke up to I think about 600 subs overnight. And the next minute it dropped right down to 400. YouTube knocked them off all the time. Sometimes it can be a couple. Yeah, she's all right. She's all right, Kirsty. She fell asleep. M&A, good evening. We are the home of nutty dogs, or chickens, walking up hills, getting lost in woods, going to fall on my backside. And we just have a laugh. Not only at my expense. Oh, hey. Gavin's a good lad. Really? See, with Amy, it started when she was about 16, 17. About 6 months after we moved in here. Richard, I'm Northern England. I'm close to the border with Scotland. In fact, I can zoom. Signal doesn't hit me. The signal gets a bit funny over this side. There's Scotland on the horizon. Oh, my shaky hand. Yeah, we've got a few people in Australia. Got people all over the planet. It's brilliant. All these different time zones. I should get a load of clocks and set everybody's time zone so I know who's what and who's where. I know Australia now it's evening. US. Oh, you've got 3 pitbulls. Oh, lovely. Rhonda, do you post videos? If you leave me, I cannot get to you from my channel, like the live. But if you leave me a comment, I'll come over your channel. What is that puppy doing? Right. Yeti, how you doing? Right, listen for a minute. Hear that tick-tack, tick-tack? That is the chaffinch that plagues my life. Nearly 10 p.m. Amy was terrified of it at first. She'd Mr. Whistle. Oh no, it's Mike. Sorry, I thought I saw Mr. Whistle there. How you doing, Mike? At first she was terrified. She'd wake up, the whole light was on, and she always switched it off because she hates the light under a door. And the door was open and there was Shadow Dude just stood staring at her. She has woken up to the feeling of someone sat on the bed next to her, stroking her hair, but that's not so often. With sticky hands, Shanti, that sounds interesting. This is probably going to be our summer, you know. But Rhonda, everybody's amazing. Just check everyone out. Yeah, I've seen him. There is, let me see, she sees him the most. A friend saw him crouched in the hallway against the wall. I've seen him peering round a door. I've seen him, he must have been kind of manifest, and he was against a wall in the living room. It was like he was bent in half. Saw him then. I've walked through a doorway where he was just stood, and oh my God, the feeling was off the scale. Goosebumps, butterflies. I get really bad goosebumps and I get tears flowing and a scratchy throat when they're around. We'll have a girl visits as well. She's about just over 5 foot. She's in her early 20s. Blondie hair, mousy hair, and all dressed in denim. She appeared, I saw her in the kitchen. And about a week later, my daughter was telling me a story that she saw a girl peek around the corner of a door and say, "Finally, you see me," to her. I stopped her And I described her and her face hit the floor. It's the same girl. But yeah, she talks to her. Giraffe, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Wild edibles, how you doing? Another one. There's a few of you in the US getting a lot of snow. Yeah. We'll say it's him. It's about 6 feet. 4 weeks' time. Right, we'll keep an eye on that. Reminders. Ice Chain, how you doing? Oh, no way, Kirsty. Oh, Rhonda, they're not a million miles away from me. They're about half an hour away. Vince, how you doing? There you go. You have a wrench, friends. They've forgotten about it for now, but we do have Peppa Pig in pieces down there. Patty, I was going to message you. I was watching the tornadoes and those storm systems, and oh my God, it must have been terrifying. I was watching some storm chasers yesterday, but they didn't seem to be dropping. There were some funnels forming, but they kept going back up. So hopefully, I haven't checked to see if any landed yet. Yeti, have you got more snow? And the size of the hailstones that are coming down. Reports of baseball-sized hailstones. Can you imagine how much that's going to hurt? Yeah, Joe, I remember. Oh, no way, Yeti. Yeti, I was watching them on Ryan Hall and a few of the storm chasers, but Ryan Hall's is handy because he flicks in between each one. I like the way that he's in contact with them all and he can flick through them and guide them and put them on Twitter. And the debris field was hundreds of miles. That's insane. Hundreds of miles away, debris. Dora JJ, how are you? How's the market? She's getting there, Daisy. She's a lot better. She's singing and dancing at the moment. She's still singing Christmas songs, believe it or not. Ruby, how are you doing? Rhonda, yeah. I'm not just like, I don't watch Reed Timmer. I can't stand him. He's a personality type I just don't like. He's too kind of in your face and up his own backside. I just can't with people like that at all. So I watch Vince, I watch Brad, I watch Brandon, I watch a few of them. Right, here we go, what? All right, Mags, looking forward to it. Click on Mags and click the bell. Very clever, witty lady. She's brilliant. Yeah. It's just that personality trait. I can't, it's not that. I'm quite reserved. Ooh, spider. It's the time for spider webs, baby spiders hatching and webs all through the air. I'm quite reserved, I'm quite quiet. So I can't deal with big, bouncy, larger than life personalities. It's just not my thing. They tire me out. Ooh, Joe. Yeah, I'll have a look at those. There's a woodpecker, and it sounds like it's over there under, kind of, there's some trees a bit further back. It's close by. Oh, cool, Yeti. Yeah, I just can't. I'll watch him for maybe 5 minutes. I'll try and watch a clip, but he's just so much up his own backside. No one could admire him as much as he does himself, kind of thing. And I just can't. It's not my thing. The people exhaust me anyway, but there you go, passing messages on, that's what I like to see. Angela, we've got a cooking video soon. I know you're really, really busy, but yeah, a few of us were over Nessie's this morning. She asked us to go up, so I was on panel with her for an hour or so. Do you know what, Roland? A couple of summers ago, I was up the top of the garden here, just over there, and you know when you just turned round and I had a baby woodpecker in my face. It had just fledged and it nearly smacked us in the face. It managed to lift itself just in time. Have a good one, Yeti. If you don't know Yeti, go over. Good friend is Yeti. Angela, I'm thinking this could be our summer. We tend to get a couple of good weeks in May and then it's like meh. Last year was an exception. We had the heat waves that I sunbathed the whole thing. How bad's that? It's a bit late to be planting them, Kirsty. Are you wanting fully grown plants? You could try B&M, B&Q, any garden centres. Have a look. Yeah, sweet dreams, Joe. Hopefully these scans cut back and it's something and nothing and you're okay. Got everything crossed for you. Happy Monday, Pixie. How you doing, chick? Oh, I'd love to see those round there. There's some in the Lake District. There's a pair in the Lake District that they protect. They're all cameraed up to protect them. We've got a lot of buzzards, a few of the hawks, sparrowhawks, kestrels. I'm sure I had a peregrine in the garden. It was sat on one of the bird feeders. You know, you're looking thinking, what the hell are you doing here? There's red kites about 30 miles away. Some released. But it's mainly buzzards and sparrowhawks. And the ham and my birdies. Yeah, if you're going to plant them, Kirsty, they won't really good till next year. But you should be able to buy them potted up. Don't buy seeds either. Don't buy bluebell seeds because it'll take about 3 years for them to actually flower. You want bulbs. Ravens. I've got a pair of, we've got rooks nest in the trees at the back there. And I've got a pair of carrion crows and I've never seen it before. But there was a pigeon flying at the top of the garden. And all of a sudden, it exploded into a ball of feathers and the carrions were dive bombing it. Never seen it before. Corner, how are you doing, Corner? Lovely to see you. Yeah, I'm hoping they and the jays and the magpies ignore that I've got a family of pigeons. Got pigeons nesting just over in the back. Exactly, Kevin. They're nesting around about there in the trees behind my hedge, from what I can make out. And they've got chicks. I've been finding them. Any need? Sam. Catherine, Pixie, I love Catherine. Awesome, very clever lady. With a voice that needs to do storybooks and bedtime stories. Her voice is amazing. Sit listening to her. Well, I do listen to her for hours. Yes, Patty, please. Patty, can you do me a favour? Would you mind videoing them? I love hummingbirds. CNC, how you doing? Good to see you. I love hummingbirds, and the one bird that in the UK, if we could have them, I'd have hummingbirds. Love them. Catherine, most definitely. Can't stand listen. If I have to watch my videos back, I turn the volume off because I can't stand hearing my voice. Hemi, good to see you. How you doing? What are you staring at me for? Get down. Jack, get down. Good boy. He thinks I've got a B-A-double-L, but I've not. I don't know. We'll have to do a poll. Bedtime with Catherine. That's a good name, you know. Pixie, they're beautiful. I love them. Rhonda Redeemed Prodigal. I can't say that word. Prodigal. There, I got it. Rhonda Redeemed Prodigal. She does dumpster diving, but she put us a couple of hummingbird videos up last year. Yeah, he did, Kirsty. And they fascinate me. I love them. Love everything about them. She's going to annoy the chickens that have escaped. Some of the hens are laying as well, so I'm going to be hunting around the garden for nests because I don't think they're clever enough to work to go back. Oh, cool. Catherine, do it. Last year I made a bird bath out of a plant pot and 2 plastic tubs. Spray painted them black. I had the plant pot the way around. I had a round tub that I bolted it to underneath, and I used a plastic tub inside the plant pot, fitted in nicely, filled it with soil around it so I could interchange the water in it for the birds. And that was just stuff I had lying around. I've done videos, homemade wasp traps. You just need a soda bottle and some sugar water or some fruit to make a wasp trap. Me and wasps don't get on. I've developed a wasp phobia. They all chase me. And those traps work a treat. You cut the top third of the bottle off, turn it upside down, wedge it in the other bottle that you fill with the sugar water, put it outside, and after a few days it'll start attracting the wasps. And boom. That's one that I haven't really got a problem with slugs here or snails. So I haven't made them. I've made ant traps. Ants creep me out. Yeah, they also eat their way into my apples, which become a ball of wasps. I tell you what, Digger, you see that huge spruce tree there, pointy finger? Later on in summer, if you go up there about 4 o'clock, all you hear is buzzing, and it's wasps. The whole tree, the monster that it is a swarm of wasps, and they're not on the new growth on the branches, they're on the last year's growth, and they're nibbling the pine needles and the sap. It must be the time of day that the sap runs up the tree, and it's raining sap and drunk wasps. And I mean, there is thousands on it. I've never seen anything like it before. John, how you doing? I'm really good, John. How's you? The slugs. Oh my God, no way. Slugs, yuck. Yeah, my tulips are coming up. They haven't flowered yet. I love tulips. I planted a load of tulips. You can use the bee, you can use the sugar water, and they all fall in a saucer. Digger one, there was a nest underground, and my dad's dog went and sniffed it, and she had a swarm on her. My dad had to get her and throw her into the river to get the wasps off her. Horrible, scary stuff. Yuck. Yeah, Daisy, are you in? You know your magpies? They look very similar to, she's heard a pigeon, very similar to minor birds. Do people train them to talk? They look, I know a lot of the crow family you can get to talk. You be busy, Kirsty? Oh my God. See, oh, yuck. If I find a wasp nest in one of my bird boxes, I get the weed burner digger and I either squirt some of the gas in and then light it and it goes boom, or I just light the weed burner and just stick it in and the nest goes boom. I've had to replace the fronts on a couple of nest boxes because I've kind of set fire to them. But once there's been fire in there, the wasps don't seem to come back. So it does me a favour, really. Eh? No way. Miss Red, how you doing? Miss Red, those blueberry rolls have captured my imagination. Jamie, are you out with the magnet this week? Those Africanized bees look absolutely terrifying. I've watched a few stories about them attacking people and wow. Terrifying. Yeah, I'm not an arsonist. Well, I am an arsonist when it's wasps. Like when they're swarming the apple trees. Yeah, Rhonda, it's not that far. Mr. J, how are you doing? Really, I didn't know that. The very first wasp nest, I did kind of go into overkill mode. It was full. I mean, it was buzzing. So my plan was, I didn't know I could do what I did with the weed burner. So I got a piece of wood in the evening, plugged the hole to get the screwdriver to unscrew it from the stone wall. Underneath it, I kind of had the incinerator bin, set a fire in and unscrewed the bird box with the wasps trapped inside and kind of toasted them. The fire, I was making sure that it was going to do the job and I was left with like 6 screws. That worked, but obviously I lost the bird box. Does it? I didn't know that. Ooh. Ants, the ants here, over the whole town. It's not a certain date. I'm wondering if it's a certain humidity. The ant nests all erupt at the same time. Same time everywhere. And all the flying ants come out and it is horrible. There was an ant nest in my greenhouse and it was full of, the roof was black with flying ants. They creep me out, they make my skin crawl. Wolf, how you doing, Wolf? Good to see you. But yeah, all over the town, they all erupt at the same time. So I presume it's humidity level that makes them erupt. But all the ants come out crawling around like mad things. Hundreds of them all over the place. And the next thing, loads of flying ants. Stu, how are you doing? Oh, there's another dog toy that they're destroying. We just got horrible regular black ants. What they're trying to do, Rhonda? Do people train the magpies to talk? They look kind of similar to minor birds. So I wonder, Kim, how you doing, Kim? Thanks for coming in. I wondered if they're examples of your magpies talking. They're very different to our magpies, and your magpies have got such a nicer song. Ours are horrible things. Carlwood Ranch, how you doing? Have you had any more snow, Raquel? If you don't know Cottonwood, go over. She's living my paradise. Pixie, full of all the good people. Light up an oil field. That puppy is looking for trouble. She's looking for mice. She decided she's a mouse hunter. And everywhere she smells a mouse, that's it. She's constantly at them. Dan, good afternoon. How are you doing? How much more did you get, Raquel? Seeing Christy, she was playing snowman yesterday. She had a fair covering on her. Christy is Cottonwood's donkey. Love her. And I love that Palomino coat. You can see, when you were saying yesterday, you can see he's coming through creamy. You can see his new coat coming through. I love him. Really like that one. Yes, not me. I'm a good girl. Ooh, fire ants sound miserable. Look at Jack chewing that toy up. Sam's had the squeaker out of it, so Jack's just destroying it. Shift Kicker, another brilliant channel. No, I wouldn't fancy those. Nice one, Zed. Just the name is like, ugh. And Pixie. Oh, cool. You see, starlings are meant to be in decline in the UK, but they're not here. We'll have big murders. The chickens are cleaning that bank out for me. They're pulling up all the moss. We'll go see them in a minute. As Willow. I'll show you the hole that Willow's made them. She made them a new gate overnight. To feed her corn addiction, except they haven't got any corn in. They've just got growers' pellets. We'll see if she eats those. She helped herself to nearly a full bag of black sunflowers. That was a fun clean-up. Yes, hello Nightbot. Jamie, you can time out Nightbot if you want. It's about the only thing you can time out. Yes, Willow, leave the chickens. Hang on. I've come the wrong way to chase them back down. Look at all the bedding, the moss that they've pulled down. They've done a really good job for me today. Just get out of that sunlight. There you go. Willow, leave them alone. That's it, come downhill. Good boys and girls. But they're doing a brilliant job of weeding for me. Mr. JJ rocks. She's gone to lay an egg. Oh, I'll show you what Willow's done. Willow, stop it. She just teases them for bad. So, see that hole? That's a Willow-sized hole. She let them out, madam, and she's only gone in to steal their corn. Get off that watering can, madam. Hang on, we'll just have a look, see if they've laid any eggs out here. No. Yes. She's 8 months old, Rhonda. She's a madam. Mama Cass, how you doing? John Mayo, good to see you. So she's full of mischief, and she'll go running to see them just to make them flap. She goes in the pen with them and they peck her, and she just sits there and lets them. I've lost her a couple of times. It's because she snuck into the pen, but she can't find the hole to get back out. So she sits and looks very sheepish. It's like caught in the act. I've got all this to cut back. I need a big can of petrol. Yeah, love you too, Cass. She's full of hell and mischief, but she's the most loving dog. She has to get snuggled in and she has to have a chin on you. She's so funny. Yeah, do you know what? They do a chicken wave. When one of them lays an egg, it's Willow, the one I did a short on earlier. Yeah, I've got Nightbot set. It can't bash anybody. But if you type drop, it'll drop your link. Stu, lovely to see you. Stu's got a brilliant channel as well. Check out Stu. We've all got spanners, just go and see everybody. I don't mind if you come in and out. Next door's putting me to shame. They're doing some work in the garden. But yeah, I need to get some petrol and get the strimmer up and running. Willow, get back down here, madam. She waits for the pigeons to land next to the feeders and she goes chasing them just to make them fly. She'll chase them. They're in the air. They're about 15 feet above her head. And she just chases them to chase them. She's a funny little dog. She keeps everybody on their toes. Willow, what you doing? Speak of the devil. Willow. Willow. See, she's just looking for birds to annoy and make fly. Cool, Rhonda. You can change your name to Nightbot. Wow, we've got a butterfly out. Shows you how mild it is. There's butterflies hatching. Look at her. She knows that there's some... Why are you going? She's in that big pine. And she's just looking for blackbirds to make fly. She's terrible for it. Little madam. And there's Sam, the old boy, just chilled like a normal dog. Yeah, Cottonwoods live in my heaven. I would be absolutely in my element at Cottonwood Raquels. Yeah, it works. You just type drop and it drops. I'm going to... Daughter's boyfriend still hasn't brought my laptop back. When he does, we're going to do some game lives when the weather's crap. Have a bit of fun. I just can't do it on my phone. I haven't got enough space. But yeah, go and check out Cottonwood. She's live on a Sunday. It's round about 6 p.m-ish, UK time-ish. And John's got some brilliant food videos. He's another foodie. Really, Rhonda? Ooh, banana chocolate chip bread. Ooh, I do love a good banana bread. And I love it with cinnamon. So I always tip in a lot of cinnamon. It's amazing. Has there been any more crazy rain in California, Catherine? I made some hot cross buns and I put extra cinnamon in those. Oh God, amazing. I need to make some more. I'm trying not to sicken myself from them because I could live on them. Love hot cross buns. And they're really easy to do. I put a video up, Pixie, with ingredients and stuff. Really easy. And heavenly. Yeah, Cass, put a video up with them. Ah, cool, Pixie. Bubblegum, how you doing? Nice one. Bubblegum, Nessie fell asleep and I couldn't get back on the panel. So I think Salika was still over there policing it. Yeah, DNL, how you doing? Good to see you. Angela has got some fantastic recipes on her channel. That, I keep telling you, the Shazza, get your words out. The meatloaf, absolutely divine. I wasn't sure about the oats because I thought, oats? But they just melt into it. You don't even know the oats are there. It's amazing. Oh, cool, Pixie. It's going to be an adventure. You'll have to come up north. I'm about as far north from London as you can get in England. Really close to the Scottish border. It's actually not too cold. To get around, Pixie. Catherine, yes, well, crossing the border is a bit of an anticlimax because you just pass a sign. I could take you to Gretna, where everybody elopes to get married over the anvil. I could take you through to Gretna. It's not too far away either, it's just up the motorway. I mean, you can hire a car, Pixie, but we do drive on the wrong side of the road and there's roundabout and things, so it might take you a bit to get used to. Cheap seats, you're a star. Yeah, take you over the border. Way out, Bubblegum. Up the M6. And then it turns into the A74. Genius family, how are you? Do you know what? We did the Florida thing when my son was little. I mean, like 25 years ago. 24 years ago, I think. And everything is so big. Cars are big, baths are big. Grass, blades of grass were more like thick reeds. It was real shock to the system. And then the wrong side of the road was like, wow. Bubblegum. Yeah, we'll go up for a drive up to the border. Cool. Zaxon! If you don't know Zaxon, go over and check out his stupid car show. It's doing really well. And they make me giggle. You might learn something. And his other bit, right, you got that stuck between your toes. Egypt. Jack, stay still. Oh no, you got it out. Yeah, stupid car. And then his road trips and going down the mines. Love it. Zaxon's a good guy. Zaxon, I emailed you. I'm sure I think I emailed you. Did you email me back? So, trying to think, Pixie, your best way is probably going to be by train to travel around to go to places. The easiest way would probably be by train, I would say. I mean, there's buses, but they take forever, like the Greyhounds, but not as odd. I've seen some funny videos of strange people on Greyhounds that would terrify me. Willow, stop bugging the chickens. Look at her. She goes and annoys them and then she comes back doing a victory lap thinking she's funny. She gets a little chuff on when she does it. Loads of planes today. All heading up to Scotland. The majority of those go to Glasgow or Aberdeen. Bubblegum, nice to see you. Don't be a stranger. More than welcome. Check everybody out. Just click on the names and go and have a snoop. But everyone's sound. Hey, Jack. You're the most handsome... Oh, God. Right, I don't want love. Thank you. Oh, Sam's come to compete. He's the most stunning dog ever. Yeah, Stirling. Stirling's not that far. It's maybe a couple of hours from here. It's kind of halfway to where my brother lives. So if we're going up to see my brother, we stop off at Stirling usually. It's got a decent motorway services. Jack. And then there's Sam. He's ripping up sheets of wood. I mean, Sam was an idiot as a puppy. He chewed windowsills. He had a bit of separation anxiety. If I went out, he would be straight up the stairs into my daughter's bedroom. The cat would be sat in one window looking for me at the garden gate, and Sam at the other. And he chewed half moons about that deep into windowsills. He would chew... Challenging, how you doing, chick? I was talking about you earlier as well. I've been talking about you all morning. Your ears burning. Challenging, amazing, amazing videos. But don't watch hungry, because you will be starving. Yeah, and he ate the windowsills. He would take the insoles out of the stinkiest work boots he could find to eat those. You would hear a grinding noise and he would be chewing on steel toe caps. He wasn't actually that bad looking back. Rhonda. Yeah, it's interesting up at Dumfries. There's a few beautiful places. There's Love Heart Abbey, close to Dumfries. I should take you the one there one day. The only issue is it's like about an hour, heading on to an hour and a half drive. But sweet, oh, it's a beautiful abbey. Really pretty. Yeah, my friend's Labrador, long since passed away. Used to like rotted fish. One of my dad's dogs. My dad takes his dog to give them a run out along the South Tyne where my brother lives. And the stinky washed up salmon, a couple of his dogs are straight into the stinky manky fish, which makes it a fun journey home, and the van with them in the back stinking of dead fish breath. One of his spaniels, used to have springers, working springers, had a thing for cow poo and sheep poo. Absolutely minging. Yeah, how old are your dogs, Rhonda? I come from a family, well, a long line of gamekeepers, and we've always had Labradors, working labs. We've had like 200 of them. So I naturally kind of went into having it. Sam is actually his mum. He's one of my dad's dogs. Zed, thank you so much for being. Pleasure as always. Look at him. Lovely to see you, Zed. So yeah, I had 2 Staffordshire Terriers before this lot. So he's out of one of my dad's gun dogs. Jack's another gamekeeper's bred dog. And Willow we took in. Oh, red pepper hummus, don't do that to us. Oh, I was having that debate the other day. Never. I think it's meant to... Is it because they're looking for certain vitamins and minerals that they go for disgusting stuff? I think. But Labradors, they're just never full, are they? They will eat and eat and eat and eat. Sam likes full gammon joints the size of footballs. He has stolen a couple of those. Trays of sausages. Chocolates. He does love chocolates. He sneaks. You think you've hidden chocolate bags of assorted chocolates, and no, Sam finds them. Opens presents that he can smell chocolate in. Thank you, Cass. Willow, stop bugging the chickens. Stop it. I'll put you in the house. See, look, she thinks she's clever. Pixie, lots of love. Love you seeing you, Pixie, as always. If you don't know Pixie, go over. I'm sure she's got ADHD, you know. She just goes and makes them fly up just for the fun. Labradoodles. You see, I was looking at Labradoodles. Books of rocks. Do you know, talking of rocks, do you know what Sam does? Sam is a true Labrador water dog. He loves water. If you take him to the river, he won't come out. He goes into the bottom, and it's not because look at his lovely face, that you've thrown one in. He just decides he's going to pull big rocks from the bottom of the river, brings them onto the bank, deposits them, and makes a pile. But he dives under, and you're kind of shouting at him because you think he's going to drown himself under the water, and he just appears with a rock in his mouth. The thing about Labradoodles that I like is they're not casting hair. Labradors are a pain in the backside for hair. He's just losing his coat. Can you see the shine? And short hair in the middle of his back, but the longer at the top there. Normally he's got a Mohican that goes all the way down his tail. And he's got that true double layer. Look at that. Comes out in chunks. You see that paler, redder hair? That's his undercoat, and it just comes out constantly. Top of his tail. You can groom him and groom him and groom him, and you still can't clear it. It makes it worse. Yeah, she was lovely, Angela. It broke my heart for you when you lost her. Yeah, do a blanket. I like us. Yeah, do you know what? M&A, thank you so much for being here. If you don't know M&A, go across. Lovely people, lovely channel. With every second. Sweet dreams, M&A. Sam is the first dog that we've ever had, like from gun dogs to house pets growing up, that has seizures. His mum doesn't. His dad, well, that's another story. Sam was the Immaculate Conception, according to the lad that was looking after his mum at the time. We've never had a dog have seizures, but Sam started having them when he was 3. I thought he was dying the first time. He tried to get to me, bouncing off the walls, and then he just went limp in my arms, and I thought he died in my arms. And then, boom, he's up, and he's the happiest dog in the world. And he started getting them closer together. We went to the vet, and they wouldn't treat him because he wasn't having enough. And then he had 3 in one day, so they put him on meds. And he went really lethargic. He was falling over his feet. He was so clumsy, sleeping, putting on a lot of weight. So I did some research, and Gaza, how you doing? No, Gaza, what's he doing? What's a crack? Fill us in. And I did some research, and I took him off the vet meds. I let him have 1 seizure so I knew that it was out of his system. And I put him on CBD to see if it worked. And I wanted the break from the vet med just to know for sure if it was, and it does. CBD works for him, so he gets 4 to 5 drops in his food in the morning, and that pretty much sorts him out. If he has one, I'll put him a couple of drops in his mouth. Oh no. But yeah, I've got a friend. He doesn't, he's really, really fussy. He started getting an OCD. He would hear mice that weren't there. I know, Jamie. He gets an OCD and he thinks he can hear mice all over the place. Rhonda, lovely, lovely to meet you. Please feel free to come back whenever you have time. Really nice. Oh, cool, Rhonda. But lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming in. So, yeah, if he's had one during the night, I know because he goes all freaky, hearing mice that aren't there. And he'll do that for a few days and then he settles down. Never. Gaza, that is sly. I don't think he's got a wrench here, Gaza. Gaza, have you got your community page? You should put it up. That's very, very sly. 12 Stone Ranch, how you doing? That isn't being a mod. That isn't supporting the channel. That is carrying out. Mr. J, they're very active dogs. They're constantly on the go. And I feed them a good working dog food with meat in it. Willow! The chickens are squawking. She's torturing them. How you doing, 12 Stones? Scott's the busiest scrapper on YouTube. If you haven't met Scott as well, just click on everyone's names, go across. Demi, no way. Send it, I was going to say send it to me, but I'm kind of getting past my snow need now. Oh, he's done it on squirrels, has he? Next time squirrels live, I'll go and say it in the chat, Gaza, because that's bang out of order. Geordie, how are you doing? Outlaw, brilliant. Nothing like a beautiful sunrise. Love it. I really won't get to 12 Stones. I think I'm on cup 4. I'm getting older. It's taking me more and more and more. A squirrel got an email. I'll tell you what, I'll have a word around because I might know people that talk to him behind the scenes and let him know. Because that's sly as sly is and I won't have that happening. I had a rogue mod and they blocked about 20-30 people on my channel. So I'm quite good now at going and checking to make sure who's right and who's not. Great Lakes, our schools are off for Easter. Our kids get 2 weeks off. The Easter holidays. It's end of spring term. When they go back, it'll be summer. See, I don't go on Jack's. Well, no, I don't say, but it's not my kind of cup of tea. Yeah, very, very sly, challenging. He was coming in my chat and he had an issue with Freeride. That, I love Freeride a bit. He's brilliant. I've got a lot of respect for Freeride. And he was timing Freeride out and blocking him while I was on a live. So I was ranting and raving on my live, blocked him. But when I went through my block list, sure enough, and it was lovely, lovely, lovely people. Oh, yours just went back? See, ours spring term just ended, and I used to have spring break just before ours is always over the Easter. Coffee Box, how you doing? Yeah, so he got a gobful on the live, just carrying out his own little vendettas, and I would take Freeride overall. I backed him, I supported him. I wasn't letting anybody screw with him. I have who I want on my channel. I don't care what the people think. So I kind of had his back. But yeah, it's so sly and devious. Coffee Walks, it is stunning today. It's actually warm, you can feel the sun. Gareth, how are you doing? Good afternoon. This is probably our summer coffee walks, to be honest. Gareth Brilliant live last night as well. Gareth had a premiere last night and he went live. So click that bell and check for him. Great live, Gareth. For those new people that, yeah, the breeze is cold, mind. I put a coat on. I was out just in my jumper when Essie was live. New people, if you don't know Abandoned and Forgotten Wales, that's who I'm calling Gareth. Go over, click the bell, and have a couple of watch of his videos. Terrifies the crap out of me. He is mapping out all these old mines in Wales. Terrifying. Absolutely. I'm claustrophobic, so it's my idea of hell. But what he finds underground, unbelievable. She's been at them chickens again. He's boot prints from miners, fingerprints from miners that are long gone. The mineral deposits, false floors, tights. There was one he dug for 5 hours to actually get in the mine. That's how dedicated he is. Having to take his hard hat off to crawl through tiny little gaps because there isn't room for him with his hat on. He terrifies me and I do tell him off. But at the same time, it is unbelievable. Bravest man on YouTube. Fascinating. His knowledge is amazing. She's still snoring. I was trying to get back, but because I had the phone call, I couldn't get back on. It kind of froze up. And by that point, she was out cold. Bless her. Is Salika still over in the chat, Gardener? So yeah, they got blocked and they're never ever getting unblocked. I'm not about that. I learned long ago YouTube is a very fickle place. Loads of narratives, loads of little scams. So yeah, just block, it's easier. But I'm so glad we got that channel last night. I know it'll pop up again, it'll probably use a different name. But we won on that one. They didn't get the 40 grand. They got $159. Happy days. Abandoned and Forgotten Wales, 12 stones. He's in the chat. Gareth, you there? Stick your link in. Abandoned and Forgotten Wales. Absolutely stunning 12 stones. Unbelievable. Bad idea, lab. How are you doing? Good morning. Yeah, I kind of felt really guilty because he scares me, and I swore and called him a mad bastard in his chat, and that's kind of stuck. I apologised to him the next day because I felt awful swearing at him, but it just popped out. Terrifies the living crap out of me. That's the one, 12 stones. Fabulous. Me, Daisy, Demi, it's a crew hiding behind the sofa. Yes, you are. Thank you for doing it. I would never see it. We would never see it. But it's the tools and things left behind. It's like they left work one day, they just never went back. And those hobnail boots, the footprints are still there after decades or 100 years or whatever. It's mad. Very haunting. Very haunting. These dogs are getting tired. They're all having a little kip. Yes, Catherine, we will. I'm onto them. There's a few other channels that I know of that they could potentially use for the same scam. So I'm going to keep looking for them. Keep an eye on it because they'll try it again. But yeah, that had my blood boiling. It's not often that I lose my rag, but I lost my rag. need to put that video up. But I was just, they were in live, so there was loads of comments flying in there offering support. All sorts. So I just answered each and every one of them as they came in to say, look, it's a scam. Please don't donate. This lady passed away that they're using. How sick can you be? I know things are tight for everybody these days, but that is not how to make money. $12 yeah, it is. Yeah, that's Liz Rag is another northern saying for mad. Angry. I forget myself sometimes. Oh, was a pigeon nearly flew into me. But all good. Miss Reg, yeah, it does. Alice, how you doing? Oh no, get better soon, Alice. Alice, did you get any more snow? Because a lot of people did. Yeah, Gareth, my blood was boiling. People were believing it. And they used the second last video that Maria made when she was ill in hospital. They used that. And for all people saying maybe contact the family, I didn't want to upset them. I mean, they only lost her 11th of February. And they were struggling to even write comments to let everyone know that she'd gone. And it's just something that they didn't need. So I went on a mission. I mean, if Trilogy, I tagged Trilogy Media, if they know what they're doing. Buddy, good morning. They know what they're doing. Maybe they could go further with it, I don't know. But it's maybe not their thing. Oh, it would really surprise me if they actually took interest, but you never know. I had to try everything. And Team YouTube, if you need to speak to YouTube, message them on Twitter. It's the quickest way. And you get a person. It's the best way to do it. I've had to do it a couple of times over stuff. Yeah, they do, Geordie. Yeah, well, it'll turn up in their notifications, Catherine. That's why I tag them. The mentions. So I just tag them in the description box, hoping that they might see it quicker. I emailed them, but I mean, time zones all different. So that was my good deed for the day. You can tell by that video I lost my temper. I should have re-recorded it and turned the volume down on Maria's video, but I was in a rush, I was mad. Willow, leave those chickens alone. She runs through them, the little madam, just to annoy them. Yeah, I see kindness being a weakness. Does it? Well, that's odd. I've been getting comments in live chats where the comment comes first and their channel name comes at the end. The comment appears backwards. Very strange. Or you get the chat and there's no box to type in at the bottom. Yeah, Nessie rocks, buddy. Got a lot of time for Nessie. She's a good lass. Yeah. Gavin, nice one. If you're into your gaming, check out Gavin. Really lovely guy, really supportive gaming channel. 12, so she's terrible. She makes the pigeons lift off the ground. She'll come hair chasing out the house just to make them fly. She plays with a robin that goes in a bush. She goes and bounces on the bush. And the robin teases her flying higher up. Blackbirds, she'll lift those. She goes, makes gates to the chicken pens. That's why they're out. And then she'll go and run between them just to make them fly or shout at her. And she's dead proud when she's done it. She comes back thinking that she's all clever. She saunters, shall we say. Yeah. Miss Red, lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in. Miss Red and those blueberry rolls. Oh, to die for. I need to make some. I've only got a few blueberries though. I need to get some more. Jamie, did I ask you if you were at the Magnet this week? Are you out on your bike? Thank Miss Red. Was your brother's chocolate Labrador a lunatic as well? I'm wondering if it's the name. Ooh, I do like my air fryer, you know. Oh my God, I put some eggs on to boil, for some hard eggs, and I forgot they were there. And it kind of boiled dry, and I thought the little one was slamming doors in the kitchen. So I was like, what are you doing? Went in, and it wasn't, it was eggs exploding. I had eggs on the ceiling, they were everywhere. I didn't know they'd explode, to be honest. But hey, learn something new every day. And John and those cheeseburgers, they were amazing. No, they didn't stink. It was just like hard-boiled eggs that went boom. So there could be kindred spirits to our ranch. She's got an addiction to corn. Oh, Sam's having his mad 5 minutes. She breaks into the chicken pens to steal their corn. She chews the wire where it's attached to the metal frame, and she just sneaks a hole through to climb in. And she just goes in to eat the corn, but she forgets to shut the little door that she's made after. So like this morning, the chickens get out. But yes, a corn addiction. She's wanting Sam to chase her. Oh, crayfish. I love crayfish. I've exploded a few things in the microwave. See, with Labradors, I found it takes them to about 3 years old to not be lunatics. She's only like 8 months. And she's got all her adult teeth, but she's still a chewer. She chews everything. We have wild crayfish in the old place here, but they're not really big enough. I found some in Northumberland that were when we were kids and we used to cook them. Do they? Everything Guy, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, it's 3. It's 3. It's the magic age for a Labrador. Do you know what I did in the microwave? I was being lazy and I needed to heat some wax up. So you can heat wax in the microwave, but my issue was I was reheating some used wax to reset it, and it had some mica in and it had some glitter in. Didn't think about the glitter. It got so hot that the silicone beaker melted and the microwave was full of wax. It was a sea of wax when I opened the door. Oh, it took me ages to clean that wax out the microwave. Wasn't a fun experience. No way they can climb out. Never knew that. But yeah, wax. That glitter kind of exploded. Well, it didn't smell explode, it melted the silicone cup that I had it in. Oopsie. Red wax everywhere, it was like a murder scene. I've exploded eggs. What else have I exploded? Potatoes. Daughter exploded a jack of potatoes. She didn't prick it. I don't think of anything else. No way. Well, I suppose, yeah. I never expected them to be able to kind of use it jump-wise. But yeah, I see that. We used to go and catch them and try not to get a nip out in the wilds of Northumberland. 1 or 3 hours, wow. John, I never knew that either. I managed to save them. Oh, and I've set fire. You know your little board sheet that goes over part like a vent in the microwave? I have set fire to one of those before. Can't remember what with. But you can buy those online. Rob, how are you doing? Oh, nice one, Gavin. I'm good, Rob. Willow's made the chickens a new gate, so the chickens are out. Fun times. Did you see that video I made last night, Rob? I was on a mission. I don't know if you've seen it. But we won. The scammer's account was shut down. I've got metal spelks in my finger from the Victorian dump. You see that? That's metal. I can't get it out. I need to get myself back to the Victorian dump when the schools go back. Play tug of war. Right, you got me wanting to go and find some crayfish to put in a tank. Oh, I was raging last night, Rob. Found some scammers using a dead lady's channel and videos to try and scam 40 grand. So I went on a mission. Yes, this is all willow damage. Not only do we have... Oh, there's the teddy that Ice was asking about. He's now... Oh, he's got one eye. We do actually still have one eye. The other one's long gone. He's still got his nose. Yeah, I've been trying to pick it out. And just can't quite get it. I'm going to get a needle out and get a needle in. So there we have Willow trying to dig down a daisy in Australia. We have... Signal died on me, sorry. Yes, we've got... That was a hyped up viral kids toy. You opened it up, there was some stickers in, a little necklace and a crappy teddy. We've got an old dog bed, a slider, a slipper, my drain covers, a chicken chick water bottle. Oh, we've got an insole out of a shoe. That better not be mine, Willow, you little madam. Bits of wood. Toys. Pepper, George, all sorts. TG, how are you doing? I blame Willow. How's things, TG? Is that an insole? No, it's not. It's Woody's waistcoat. She nicked Woody. It's Woody's waistcoat. I thought it was an insole. Can't wait to get my new walking boots. They look amazing. Nubuck leather. Because I've nearly killed my other ones. I've had them, 6 months maybe, I think, those boots. And I've nearly destroyed them. I've managed to save Woody. His waistcoat's off, but I've had to hide him. You see, Sam, once he sees a soft toy and he wants it, you think you've hidden it and he's forgotten, but he doesn't. He always goes back and gets it eventually. And Willow's the same. Very single-minded. Oh, I can hear lambs. I can hear lambs in the distance. Ooh, we've got lambs close by. Sorry, just reading chat back. Ooh. Actually, I've got a scalpel. I could get the scalpel on it. Look at him. He is the sweetest, most intelligent dog ever. The most loving, the most loyal. He's also mad as a box of frogs. He's got a piece of frisbee and he's rolling on it. And he's now covered in moss. Oh, he wants Willow to play. No, he's gone back. Oh no, it's a bit of wood. He does have some odd habits, does Sam. Oh, pickled onion monster munch. That reminds me, my friend East Coast Ghost that was in the other day, I was going to send him a box of British biscuits and candies and bits and bobs because he does taste tests. I'm going to send him a load. Pickled onion though, they can burn your tongue. Salt and vinegar, you know those salt and vinegar chipsticks? They can take the skin off your mouth. Angela, they're amazing. I don't think, can you get Monster Munch in the US? And I suppose it'll have to be a specialty store that sells English stuff. Like your Lay's is our Walkers. It's like a chip. It's a potato shaped like a paw. So you've got a circle with 3 like toes sticking out the top. They're about that big. And they are amazing. Really, really nice pickle onion flavour. They're really strong flavoured. Really nice, really crunchy. Aren't they just? I love pickled onion. I love beef. See, yeah, Royster's beef. The T-bone steak ones, Rob, they're my favourite ever. They're like a chip. It's like a baked crisp, what you call chips. Amazing. Daisy, do you get Monster Munch? I wonder if Australia gets them. Yeah, that's what they are. They're really crunchy, but they're quite light because they're all kind of like bubbly. Really nice. It's the best flavour. They do. I could happily go to the. Look at the state of him. The Monster Munch factory with a spoon in the hoppers where they keep the beef flavouring for the Monster Munch, and just sit and eat it out of the tub. Amazing. Do you know what, Gareth? I've never tried the hot ones. I'll show you, look. All the trails off the plains. It's a very busy day in the air today. Loads of them. There's a new one. God, my hand's shaky when I zoom in. Loads of them. Afternoon, Daniel. How are you doing? I'm just about to go, Daniel. My phone just flashed up at me and I've got 10% battery left. So I'm going to have to shoot and go and charge my phone, or you'll be stuck in a live forever and ever and ever. I can get back in. Sam, here's some. Look at the state of him. You are not going in the house like that. Oh my God. He's covered in moss. I'm not playing. Sam, we're going to have to brush you before you go in the house, son. You're covered. Yeah, signal's being iffy as well. Yeah, my big boy. Hey, Sam. As soon as you point a camera at him, he looks like he's done something wrong. Folds his ears down. It's rare that he doesn't. So, thank you all for joining me. Gavin's going to... Willow's chasing chickens. I can hear them at the back door. The chickens sunbathe on the back step. I'll get a video of them. So, thank you all for coming. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Hopefully it's another beautiful day like this. Willow, leave that cockerel alone. Stop it. Little Pingu. So, thank you all for coming. Yeah, Catherine, I was trying to get on the Telegram and I couldn't sort it out. I'll have another go when I get off here. I'll have another go. It just wasn't letting me do what I wanted to do. It wasn't finding you in my contacts for some unknown reason. I've got you saved in my contacts. Sean, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just about to go. But yeah, thanks all for coming. I'm going to try and sort out that Telegram and I'll see you all tomorrow.